What's up, guys? We're back here in the garage. We're still off season. We're still getting things ready. It's getting really close to time that we need to start testing the car. And we've got a few things going on. I got one new install completed as of like 5 seconds ago. And so just want to show you guys what we got. This is the shifter that my wife showed you guys in one of our previous videos. And also got some things coming today, and we're going to be finishing up. We'll be able to do the lash on the valves and tighten everything up. Then we'll be able to install the intake, and we are like in the final prep stages of getting this thing going good. So let me show you what I got. Let me show you, I'll show you a little bit about if you have a Fairmont or Zephyr. I personally believe that, and let me say, I have not confirmed this. I will talk with some other people, but the transmission tunnels are narrow because they all came with C4s. And so like I talked with my buddy Johnny, I'm pretty sure he's gonna you have to massage the trans tunnel a little bit when it comes to a Power Glide. I already knew that. We had the billet, I'm sorry, but not billet, B&M Magnum Stealth Shifter. I'll show you that here. This is the one that I had. If you've watched any videos, you've seen me use that. And I tried to use that with this, the Biondo solenoid, so that we could make it an air shifter. And it just does not work with this style, with this shifter. It works with the pistol grip or the one of the other B&Ms, I forget. It works with the other B&M Magnums, but it does not work with this one. And so I found this. My buddy Nate, who's actually going to be doing our concrete for the new shop, he was building a car, decided to not do it, and so I got the shifter off of him. But anyways, back to the B&M, what I was able to do is, I'll show you here, this bracket right here, you know, it's just regular metal. And, you know, I did my BFH pounding on the transmission tunnel and was able to get it to fit by bending it in just ever so slightly. And everything's real tight down in there with the transmission cross member and everything. And you know, I used to have a hole where I had adjusted the linkage, and then my buddy last year welded that up. Chris welded that up for me. And so I'll show you what I had to do and what I'm gonna have to now repair, because whenever I did what we did the we did the Motion Raceworks operator shifter. And one, this thing is gorgeous. Let me show you what it looks like in the car now. All right, so here it is in all of its glory. It all came in these, you know, nice pre-sealed, all the come on, focus, pre-sealed things here. I didn't use these nuts because I did nut cert the floorboard. There's multiple nut certs, but I love how nice and clean. They have multiple different configurations for the shifter. They actually make a pedestal that you can mount, and then it has a tube, and then they make this that will fit on a roll cage. And obviously if you have like a double frame rail car or something that has rails in here, you could mount it to that. So yeah, it works really well. We got everything lined up. I do have to go underneath and tidy up the shifter cable. I will say, getting the cable inside of that is not an easy feat if it is installed in the car. I would remove it, install the shifter cable, then bolt it down. Made the mistake of bolting it down and then trying to install the shifter cable, because this shifter cable is pretty neat. You see this really small Allen head, and this is like a dowel pin retainer right here, if I can get it ever to focus. And so like there's a dowel pin that goes in the this air solenoid, what is this called? It's an air cylinder. And then this the shifter cable mounts all the way through here, and it has a adjustable clip or a thing with a hole in it. I don't know what you want to call it, that goes through, and you have to fish it up here. There's a dowel pin that comes in your package with the rest of your you know, little accessories for this. So you have to push this in through here, get it up here, and install that dowel. So what I do recommend is putting this up here, like on the outside of the shifter, getting that hole adjusted properly, and then you lock it down, and then fish this through, put it up, and put your dowel in. Doing it in the car, and like where I'm at right now, I'm like hanging over top of all this, and then trying to do it, because like from this angle, you can't see, you need to be like down here so you can see through to put that in. It was a pain, but not too bad, not too bad. I think if this was out, I could do it, you know, on a workbench, no problem. So I recommend doing that. And then you'll have to take, and let me go around to the other side, and I'll show you. It's easy because I don't have to get under the car right now because of my work that I've done over here. So let me show you. Apologize for the mess. I'm going to come back and clean all this up, and then I'm going to make something. Well, I may end up cutting all of this out here and then putting a panel that comes back. But this, as you can see, like this is right in the way. Let's see if you can sort of see, like right in the way where the floor would come to here and then go up. And so this not being, you know, this is rigid aluminum here from Motion, which is, it's great. I really like this style. It's very, very nice. And but it does, you know, on a Fox body, I don't think you'll have any issue. I've got to come back and cut all this, and I'm probably just gonna cut up, cut over, and because we had to do some janky stuff when we were at the racetrack last year, about a year ago, trying to figure out what was going on with the car, with the transmission. I forget what it's called, the band adjustment. That's what it is. I wanted to get to it. There was absolutely no way to get to it underneath the car. So I made me a little hole. So we're gonna clean all this up. I'd love to make a removable trans tunnel, but it is what it is. But the only thing I don't have in here yet is I don't have the cotter pin. So this is still, which this makes me happy actually, that can slip in and out like that. Because like, let me show you here. One way that you're supposed to do your shift linkage properly is that should be able to come in and out of that bracket right there very easily. So let's pull back, reverse, back to neutral, high gear, low gear, and then check it. You should be able to, let me get a better camera angle here. Should be able to go in and out, which as you can see, oh, let me get it here. Sorry. Boom, boom, boom. See there? Easy in and out. Second. In and out. Neutral. In and out. And push up. Reverse. Yep. In and out. Park. So that is very cool. Very, very cool. So you probably watched a million videos of this, but I'm just going to show you this shifter. Let me get a better position here. So shifter is pretty cool. Pretty much everything you pull back with this handle, even though you feel like you should do this, don't. You can just pull back here. Well, actually, here, you do pull back like that. It's a little different. There's some things that are a little different for sure. Squeeze. Okay, first, second. When you get to neutral, you press the lever forward. that will take you to reverse and then park. It's very cool. I'm excited for this. Very excited for this. So I've already got everything wired in. Well, actually Andrew does. So this is already wired in for the shifter. I was able just to remove this solenoid from the Biondo one. And so my air hose is actually, I just took it loose last night. Air hose is right here and ready to go. Boom, like that. Done. Donezo. So now just got to clean this up here later, figure out how I can, because this is also like right there's my feet where my foot goes. So I'm gonna have to make something that goes here, and I want this to be removable so that I can deal with this, because everything is so tight with this trans tunnel. I mean, you can see how tight it is, and like we've bashed that in pretty good to get this out here. So just forewarning, Turbo 400 C4, they're a little bit smaller in the width area, and I don't believe you'll have this issue. I've talked to guys with Turbo 400s and C4s, and they don't have this issue. So yeah, fun stuff. I love the shifter. I'm excited for it to finally be able to just program a shift point in and keep my hands on the wheel. So, just to recap, this shifter, putting it together is a little more difficult than you know, the little. Let me see if I can show you. You know, on this shifter, you know, it's not the prettiest. It's not as pretty for sure. You got this little deal right here. That's what this piece goes on, and you just put that little C clip or whatever it's called, that clip back on it, and you're done. And then you bolt that too. So and this is probably very common with some of the nicer, newer air cylinder shifters. You know, you got to do a little. It's a little bit more difficult on that side of things. I think do it on the workbench or do it outside of the car, and you'll be fine. I will say that the mounting of this shifter is so much nicer. The billet aluminum that they've got, or whatever material it is, I'm sure it's aluminum. And the little feet it looks so great. The little, you know, they've got it machined where your Allen head, I mean, it's a very nice piece for this junk. It's really, really nice. So, you know, for a 1979 Zephyr, it is a very, very nice piece. I'm excited for it. I would definitely I would say that, you know, if you're looking in the market for a shifter, you'd be hard pressed to find one for, you know, that's got all the qualities that this shifter has, and for the same price range. New, you know, they're great price, and then if you look, things are starting to come into the secondhand market, and they're getting to be extremely good price for shifters that are barely even used. You know, this shifter came out, maybe 2 years ago, tops. I may be off on that. And people are already, you know, they're selling cars, they're buying new cars, they're changing things, they're not putting them in the car, they're changing, you know, I needed a Power Glide, but now I have a Turbo 400. So you're getting that secondhand market, and you know, like I've seen multiple of this shifter for in the $600 range. And for what you're getting with the air cylinder, and, you know, with all the things, you can get accessories, you can put, the drink holders, you can put cup holders on these things. I mean, it's a very, very nice unit. And if you've bought anything from Motion Raceworks, you can say what you want to about them. Some people hate on them. Some people don't, whatever. You know, they make a good product. It just is what it is. They make an excellent product. The stuff every product that I've gotten from them has been stellar. And this is no different. So I've got their, what all do I have? I have their max solenoid mounting kit. I have their parachute handle. I think I used their something to do with the cable bracket on the back for the parachute. I used their 686 Holly screen mount. and I use their throttle cable bracket, like all those little brackets and things, man. Like it's so much easier just to use them. I know people like, oh, make your own, do all that. I don't have a lathe. I don't have the capability or the knowledge. And if you've seen me fabricate anything, like I like it to look a lot nicer than I'm able to do by hand. So if I got that 3D printer, if I'm able to print some stuff and design some stuff that is like, mwah, then sure. And Motion Raceworks has taken the guesswork out of a lot of that stuff. So shout out to them. I'd love to step into that eventually and be able to do that. But for right now, we're going to use them and go from there. So I am excited. The shifter is one more thing knocked off the list. And then hopefully within the next, I don't know, it looks to me like in the next week or so, I should be able to be plugging some sensors back up and maybe firing this thing back up. I've still got to order I've realized that I need to order a new injector harness for the billet atomizers. I don't even know what clip those are, so I got to figure that out. But anyways, guys, I thought you would like to see that Motion Raceworks shifter, see what it's all about, see it installed. The instructions are a wee bit vague when it comes to some of that stuff, and I understand instructions. Sometimes doing it is a little easier. So some of the instructions and some of the things are, put it in and you put the dowel pin in. Well, that's interesting. That's do it on the workbench, and you'll be able to get that dowel pin in so much easier. Don't install it in the car first. That's just my number one thing. But anyways, I was about to throw that shifter against the wall last night. I cut my hands all to pieces, all that good stuff. And if you have a Fairmont or Zephyr, be prepared with the trans tunnel. And so, all right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if this helped you at all. I didn't even realize I've got chicken biscuit all over this thing. But Motion Raceworks, I'm a fan. So that's it. Enough of me rambling. We'll see you guys.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, yeah. For the